Today I'm going to talk about the 3 biggest risks you can take in buy-to-let properties. If you're new to my channel, please feel free to subscribe, hit the bell notifications below the bottom of the video so that you're kept up to date with everything. So the first factor you take a risk in buy-to-let property would be the location. A lot of people think that a buy-to-let property is easy, you just buy a house and then you earn money off it, and it's not the case. You have to do your research of the location of the property and the surrounding areas as well, because say if you get a property within a place that has a high rate of council estate people, you're not really going to get much people who want to move into that area. If you want a quality of a tenant, you have to think about what tenant you want and think about what location they will be in, what kind of areas they will like as well, and that's the main thing as well, because with location you can't just buy a house anywhere. It has to be in a good investable area and upcoming as well. Number 2 would be the wrong type of property, and a lot of people get this kind of wrong. Some people just think any type of property will do. You have to think about what kind of returns you want. Do you want a big house that's 3 or 4 bedrooms to rent it out to a family? Would you want a single flat to rent to one person? And you know, what kind of margins do you want? Do you want just cash flow? It doesn't matter, any kind of cash flow. Do you want a large amount of cash flow? Would you want a HMO kind of property? You have to think about what you want in a buy-to-let as well. I think that's another thing that even some of my friends who are also investors, they own buy-to-let properties, and they ask me for advice and they say, you know, should I get another buy-to-let property? I want to do something else. I want to do another cash property strategy. And I say to them, what's happening so far with your property? What kind of returns are you getting? And I sit down and discuss it with them, because it's not something that they have to first see if they bought the right house. You know, you obviously make mistakes as you go along, but number 2 would be buying the wrong type of property. You have to think about what kind of property you actually want to go for, and you know, will it increase in value? What kind of rental return will you get as well? And I think that is another risk that you take, especially when you don't know what type of property it is. I would say the 3rd point would be your actual tenants. The risk you take with a buy-to-let property is not completely hands-off like most people think. You will have to manage your tenants. You could have a letting agency or an estate agency in the middle of you letting it out, but at the same time the law has changed now so that the tenants have more rights. With Section 21 coming in as well, it's going to be very hard to kick out tenants, and they obviously will have more rights as well. So you have to be able to vet your tenants. You have to be able to think, will they look after the property? You know, will they do any damage? At the end of the day, the tenants are the people who are going to be your customers in a buy-to-let situation. So you have to think, what kind of customers do you want, and what kind of property would they be looking for, and would you be able to get a property like that to be able to market to those tenants? And sometimes you can get professional tenants, and I say professional tenants in the terms of they know how the legal system works and they don't pay. And I have a few people who have asked me, you know, how do you come across this? How do you deal with it when you come across this? And a lot of landlords need to basically just get educated and see what kind of options there are. There are options like the sheriff's office that not many landlords know about, and that is another option, but a lot of people don't know about that. Instead of going straight to court and going through the legal processes, and you know, I think talking to someone at the sheriff's office might be able to help, instead of getting the bailiffs involved, such like that. You do get properties that go through that system as well. That is one risk factor you're taking, so you have to take that into account. What kind of tenant do you want, and what kind of property are you currently marketing, and what kind of, if you already have a buy-to-let property, what kind of tenant do you have already, and what kind of tenant do you want to have in future? So it's that kind of thinking. Those are the 3 biggest risks you're going to take, and I think I've mentioned tenant as well before in this video, so I think it is quite key. If you love this content and want more videos like this, please subscribe, hit the bell notifications below so you're kept up to date with everything, and if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below and I'll personally answer them.